The Lost Vikings is literally the first game created by Blizzard Entertainment. Well before Diablo and World of Warcraft, and a merger with gaming giant Activision, Blizzard, then known as Silicon and Synapse, created this little gem for the Super Nintendo. The Lost Vikings is a puzzle platformer that features 3 Vikings who have been kidnapped by Tomater, the evil Crutonian leader who kidnaps other life forms to display in his gallery. Pop quiz: what happens when you mix a predator and a salad? You take control of 3 Vikings, each with their own unique abilities, and must solve puzzles to make your way through 37 levels. Eric the Swift can jump and bash through walls. Olaf has a shield, which he can use to block enemy attacks, and he can use his shield as a parachute. Balog provides the beef, supporting a long-range arrow and a sword. The levels start off fairly basic, easing you into the complex nature of the game. As the levels progress, things get more difficult, with tougher puzzles, more challenging enemies, and a larger emphasis on platforming. Additionally, as the levels progress, there are more and more items that must be collected and used to make your way through the levels, including health power-ups, keys, and weapon upgrades. The Lost Vikings is an awesome game. From the moment you turn it on, you know you're in for a treat.
Kick it.
The soundtrack is amazing. You won't find any of the tinny, reverb, SNES nonsense here. Just near CD quality samples and excellent composition. The sound designer for The Lost Vikings would later go on and work on the Too Fast, Too Furious movie. No lie. In addition to the quality soundtrack, there are the graphics. While somewhat simplistic, this game was released in 1992 after all. The colors pop off the screen. The contrast is excellent. Everything has a great cartoony feel to it. It's really quite pleasant. Staying with the graphics, the animation of the enemies and characters is also well done, matching and sometimes exceeding the quality of later 16-bit platformers. Every half dozen levels, the Vikings make it to a portal and are sent off to a new land. And it wouldn't be a SNES game without some Mode 7. You get transferred to a new world quick enough that you never really get tired of looking at the same thing over and over again. It's just another way in which The Lost Vikings has excellent gameplay. I just can't praise The Lost Vikings enough. The wonderful music, colorful graphics, and perfectly balanced gameplay make for an excellent game. This was also available on the Sega Genesis, Game Boy Advance, and even the Amiga CD32. The Genesis version tends to be the cheapest, but I have not played it, so I'm not sure how it compares. In any case, this is definitely one you should add to your collection. It's a solid game.